What is going on, people? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. I want to go ahead and jump straight into this topic because it's probably long overdue. So, there's a major multi-million dollar scandal with the Pokemon Beta and Alpha playtest cards. There's now trophy cards being thrown into the mix, and there's now even more cards surfacing. Um, and it's craziness for CGC right now. There's a lot of suspected people that are a part of this thing. It seems like Akabane is at the very top of the ring. It most likely has something to do with him. He most likely knew what was going on. So it's looking really bad. But um, on top of that, what we should be talking about is what's going to happen to CGC grading as a whole. I think they'll still be around. I think people are still going to be loyal and dedicated customers. I know a lot of big time collectors that pretty much primarily only grade with CGC, right? So this whole issue, this dilemma is really not affecting them at all. They're still grading. They're still sending tons of stuff in. And I think CGC still works great as a great grading company. They have their roots all the way back from the comic days. There's no reason that CGC cannot recuperate from this, all right? So I think CGC is still going to be okay beyond all this stuff happening. Now, normally I wouldn't use this mic. If you guys still think the audio is okay, that'll be fantastic because I really don't want to use this mic. I don't want to hold up a mic every single time I'm doing a video, but if the sound quality isn't total trash, please let me know, guys, because I will continue to use these little mics if the sound quality isn't trash, because our household gets really loud. I'm thinking of this as an alternative to where I don't have to worry about sacrificing the content or even cutting out parts of the video, because I don't have to worry about that, because this isolates the sound, right? And that's probably why most people do use some form of mic. Anyways. I hope you guys will stay to the end. I have an awesome card that I want you guys to see that I just picked up. We also did a little POV drive in the E46. I'm still waiting on that wind muff to get here for this mic, but it still worked pretty well. So I'm hoping to get that little bit of POV content. We did go to the shop. I did shop around for some stuff. There were a lot of 10s. There were a lot of awesome new raw cards. Everything over there is only one card that I liked, and it's right here. So you guys will have to see that at the very end. But okay, continuing to talk about CGC. I think this scandal is going to tank a lot of the pricing for CGC cards. One of the most recent examples that I have is a seller. We were in our group text and we were all talking about like what's going on with CGC, and someone posted a pristine label Torchic, a CGC 10 pristine label Torchic Gold Star, right? Now, for those of you that don't know, Gold Stars are very iconic, very rare, very high value Pokemon cards. But this person was struggling to sell a CGC Pristine 10 Torchic. I'm guessing that the 28, I'm guessing it stands for 28,000. A PSA 10 Torchic, in my opinion, would probably go for a lot more than 28,000. Like probably closer to 30, 40, maybe $50,000 for a PSA 10 Gold Star Torchic. A lot of people are selling their CGC slabs right now, and I think that there's a lot of great deals to be had right now. Like right now, if you're still a big fan of CGC slabs, I think it's a really good time right now to be buying up CGC cards. If you look on the market and you look at comparables for PSA 10 versus CGC Pristines and CGC regular 10s, which is just really confusing. My buddy brought this up that I think they should at least just have like 9.5 and then make the Pristine the only 10 that you can get. I think it's kind of weird that they have two 10s. I've always thought that that was kind of weird, but I'm definitely curious to see what you guys think about the market, what you guys think about the fact that they still have their regular 10 and then their Pristine 10. Do you think they should simplify it a little bit? Do you think they should maybe even change their design and rebrand a little bit after this huge issue and scandal? I think sometimes it does take a multi-million-dollar scandal like this for a company to basically to do a total rebrand. And that's what I think CGC should do at this point. I think they should just try and rebrand. They're probably not going to do that. People are really upset when they changed their labels initially from the bluish, the perfect 10 with the gold label. That looked really cool, the yellow 10. I think the pristine label looks really good too, especially with that gold flash. But I still think that they should rebrand probably. And I think with market prices all tanking on CGC cards, I'm curious to see, like, I feel like most people with half a brain, like, you're not going to sell in this market and take an L on your CGC cards, right? With everything that happened, it makes more sense to just let the dust settle, sit around with these cards, and watch them finally creep back up in market value. But I'm definitely interested to hear what everybody thinks about that. I think that not enough people are talking about what's going on with CGC. It's very obvious what's going on with PSA. PSA is backlogged. There's a flooding of people sending to PSA, and I think that that's going to get even worse too with people not wanting to submit their cards to CGC. So I'm interested to see what you guys think about all this. Let me know. I was trying to keep this video short. I'm trying to spend some time with the girls today. I didn't really have anything on my mind today other than CGC and this whole scandal and how they're ever going to recuperate from this. I have sold or cracked all of my CGC cards. I no longer own a single CGC card. That's not even a jab at CGC. I would just prefer to have all PSA at this point. But I think it's stupid that we can only have like one big grading company, right? I want BGS to get their act together. I want them to be a bigger name. I want CGC to rebrand. I want them to come out on top of this and still maintain a decent reputation. All grading companies have, inconsistent times like this where it's totally out of the norm, right? For most grading companies, like, this is a very rare thing when you have a multi-million-dollar scandal like this with all these prototype cards. And I don't even know if PSA has had anything this bad before, or BGS. This is historic. This is the largest Pokemon card scandal, and I think the history of Pokemon cards, right? That's a big deal. That's a lot of baggage to have to carry around and haul around as a grading company. So I'm very interested to hear what you guys have to say about it. Will they come out on top? Will this just become, old news in the next couple months or maybe even a year? Or will this haunt CGC for a long time? People that sell CGC, if you can chime in, if you're like not seeing a difference in sales at all, if you're seeing maybe even the prices are still holding, you're even doing good sales, we want to hear that, right? I'm not saying that CGC cards are doomed, right? I want to hear what other people that are collecting CGC have to say. I want to hear what people who are grading heavily CGC have to say. If you are a big CGC fan, don't hesitate to comment on this video and tell us what you think is going to go on. I think most of us already know they'll somehow manage to cover their asses on this. They'll refund a lot of people. They'll pay a lot of people back. They'll take a huge L. That's what they should do. When you are this big of a company, you cannot afford to have your reputation be slandered from something like this. So we really want to see them come out on top of this. That's what the whole community wants to see. The community wants to see how they are going to rectify this situation. CGC, we are counting on you to make the right calls here. We are hoping that you are not going to just prolong this until you can make enough money to pay people back. We're hoping you get this situated as soon as possible, ASAP. Now, a seller that I want to do a shout out for, that I should have done a week ago, is Z&G Emporium. He has done a fantastic job. He has refunded $144,000. Now, this is not a large corporation. This is a single person, a family, right? These guys have been doing this for a while. They've been doing auctions and consignments for a long time. He refunded immediately $144,000. Now, was that in his best interest to do it all? Yes and no. No, because it's not entirely his fault. And yes, because his reputation is hinged on the fact that he also sold those cards, and people are going to be unhappy. So the fact that he went ahead and immediately paid people back beyond trying to figure out what the deal was with CGC is great. Now they have all those cards back in hand. Now they can take the next step and see what CGC is going to do about it. I can't wait to hear from people that are affected by this, and just in general, people who collect CGC. Maybe this isn't really, you know, connected with the rest of CGC slabs or sales. Maybe the market really doesn't care about the playtest dilemma. Maybe it really won't be connected. So definitely want to hear from you guys and see what everybody has to say. That being said, I'm going to clip in some fun POV shopping and driving videos. Hopefully this audio isn't total crap. This is the first video that I've done this long talking into one of these little mics. So I'm definitely interested to see, like, will the quality prevail or will it be total trash? Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think is going to happen with CGC. I think they are in big trouble. Now, even 28,000 actually seems like it's not all that great. I think a PSA 10 Gold Star Torchic would go for more than 28,000. You guys feel free to correct me on that. Maybe that the markets are still in line and it doesn't really show that people are struggling to sell these cards. But at the same time, a PSA 10 probably for 28,000. In my humble opinion, the Torchic is a really hard card to grade. It's a really tough card to grade. It's very low pop in a PSA 10. I have a feeling that if that was put up for 28,000 and 10, it would sell immediately. I think the fact that this one in pristine is having a tough time selling because it's pristine. And that kind of, will segue us until probably into tomorrow's video probably, where we'll talk about different grading companies and is it worth it to, at least I'm going to try and talk about this. I might forget. We might end up going into a different topic, but is it worth it to take a risk on a newer grading company such as tag grading? There's been a lot of talk about tag grading, so we'll talk about that in the next video. Anyways, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Let me know what you think about CGC. Let me know if you are buying, selling, cracking, what your plan is with CGC. Are you still a believer in the company? Do you want to ride this out with them and just be a loyal customer? We'll see what happens. Anyways, stay tuned for the rest of the video and to find out what I ended up picking up. Peace out, guys. Oop, I just burped. Bye. All right, beautiful. So the mic should be on and get some beautiful startup sound, cold start sound. Oh, and I need to change. There we go. That's what we need. There we go. Now we're talking. They're having a fantastic day. This is the second time ever that we've filmed POV plus cards, so I'm really trying to bridge that gap. We are on our way right now to the card shop, per usual. Other card shops too far. The other card shop doesn't have product. Definitely not hunting retail right now in this environment. Definitely not going to Target or Walmart. I know better. I am hoping we get some really good sound quality from this video. I'm not sure how the mic quality is going to be clipped up to me. I'm also, damn, this road is bumpy. I'm also not sure how the sound quality is going to be with the exhaust. I'm kind of trying to combine exhaust sounds and I'm trying to combine the POV from going to the shop all in one video. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. I was pretty happy the last time with like a POV style video. Pretty happy with how it turned out. The question is, will you guys like it? I don't know. Just sold a bunch of packages right there. Well, a bunch of cards and theme decks. So business is good. No cancels today. Happy about that. I'm getting a ton of offers. A ton of offers are coming in right now. There's just no pressure to sell anything right now. It's like, unless You're meeting someone's price. I mean, and I can't knock it. I mean, this is the environment that we're in. We're going to go into first, take traction off. Let's see if we can get some of that beautiful M54 exhaust sound. And we're not taking the big boy this morning. We're just taking our errand car, mainly because this is the one I can afford to put a lot of miles on. But it's still fun. Engine still sounds good. I'm probably going to clip in another clip from yesterday's compilation I just took while driving around. And it ended up sounding really good. Even without the wind muff, the quality sounds really good. I love these roads, though. These roads are awesome. I don't plan on going crazy on any of these roads, but these roads are awesome. In terms of the hobby, what am I doing right now? I've got something very big still on the way, so we're excited about that. And so we're here at the post office. My head harness is coming completely undone, so I'm gonna end this here and drop this off and get back to you guys. Okay, take two. We are back in the car. Gonna do some more startup. This time, I put my. Is this mic still on? Yeah, it is. Just clicked around. I put my hat on, and then I thought, why don't I just put the harness on top of my hat, and it feels amazing. So it's I'm still trying to find ways that. Oh, that guy is not watching me back out. Oh my God, that guy was definitely not watching me back out. Bro, come on. People in Charlotte. God. Anyways, I keep doing this and I keep trying new things because I know that eventually I'm going to get into a swing of exactly what I want. And people could say, Ryan, why don't you just get one of those tiny little GoPro cams that's really small and really less weight, but I like using what I have to my disposal. I don't like having to rely on a lot of different pieces of technology because eventually that tech will get outdated, stop working, and I'll need to buy another one. Whereas my phone, all right, we'll put that in first, turn the traction off. My phone, here we go, boys. My phone will always be reliable. Not only that, even when it's not reliable, I'll just need to buy another phone. I'll get an even nicer iPhone. So it's like, and the video quality is exceptional. I just think that it's going to be hard to beat Apple at their own game. So I'm honestly excited to get the next iPhone. Oh, I love this. I love this. This is one of my favorite parts of this drive. I don't think we got to get POV of this the last time. So this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. If we did get a POV, I was just holding the camera myself, or I had it strapped to my chest maybe. So it's cool that y'all can actually see the same thing that I see. Go on the trip with me. Yeah, but in my most recent video, I talked about reprints. We're going to talk about something completely different today. But I was talking about reprints, and I'm just going to touch base on that one more time. So I think we're definitely going to get a lot more 151. I'm excited for that. I love 151. I hope we get more of it. I hope that basically through the next 6 months, the next year, like during the next era, I do think we're going to get a lot of stuff printed. That's just going to be sprinkled into the big box stores. So, like, have hope. If you haven't been able to find products, you will. Pokemon always finds a way. You know, there's a right time to go after this stuff, and it might not be right now. It might be when the dust settles and people realize they can't just print money by buying stuff and trying to scalp it or flip it, or by opening it. You know, people have to learn that this hobby is a lot of risk and a lot of gamble. And maybe people just don't fully understand that yet with picking up sealed products and sitting on them, or buying singles when the market's volatile and a set just released. Um, okay, guys, we're coming up on the card shop here shortly, so I'll see you guys in there. Oh yeah, okay. Real briefly, what did I even sell today? What did I just ship out? So specifically, I sold right before we pull up to the car shop. I'll just get this off my chest. We sold a brush fire theme deck for 300. We sold a water blast theme deck that was mint, absolutely mint, like had no flaw whatsoever. I don't even know if I've ever seen one that was that clean. That sold like instantly. I put that up for 250, which was a little bit above market, or maybe even a good bit above market, but it still sold very fast. So someone else valued the quality that I brought to the table by sourcing that kind of product. But we got those two theme decks. I sold a Celebrations Charizard. Y'all know I just bought the PSA 10 while I was at the shop that we're going to now. I'm really hoping they have some good stuff in here today because I haven't been in here in a couple days. I've got some cash on me. We're ready to go. And as always, pedestrians come first. Ay, ay. You know, hey, I get it. You're walking out of the gym. You don't expect anybody to be rolling up, but you're in a shopping center. So, I just feel like, okay, this is a good spot to park. This is a good spot to park. Right in front of the Dollar Tree. There we go. All right. So we sold the Celebrations art, and then we sold another auction that did great. It was like went for $200. There's a lot of good stuff in there. There were 2 Galarian Gallery cards. There were 2 vintage cards, and then there's a lot of like IRs and stuff like that. I think 200 was really good for that. But all right, let's go ahead and get on in here, guys. I've got my trusty flashlight. Let's go and see what we can find. See if we can find anything different. My mic outside, I'm gonna have to turn off, which I'm not even sure if it's gonna capture. The wind muff still isn't here, but I don't let that stop me from making content. All right, let's see. All right, yeah, we are good to go. Yo, what's going on? All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, is that? Oh, they got one of those gold Charizards. I like that. I like that a lot. Those are super tough to grade. Shadowless Alakazam. Okay, okay. Ancient Origins PSA 10 Lugia. Now that's a card I'd like to have. Damn, the Pokemon stamp box PSA 10. This one I've seen a lot, and I really, really like it. Damn, and a PSA 9 first edition Gengar. Damn, guys, there's definitely some gas in here. I just sent this one off. Let's see if that one gets a 10. But there's some good ones in here. Honestly, the first edition Gengar, I mean that's an old cert, but still that's pretty fire right there. I feel like I could sell that card pretty easily. Okay, let's see what else they got. PSA 10 Celebrations Blastoise for $60. That seems kind of like a move, honestly. I don't have the other 10s. Ooh. Oh, so that's Chinese. That's the simplified Chinese. Definitely some solid slabs in here. The Terrapago, somebody got that graded. Damn, they bought in a lot of good stuff recently. I guess they're doing 200 on that. Damn, the Greninja EX, 800 for the Greninja EX. That is tough. And then they got the Obsidian Flames, or no, the Paldean Fates Charizard back there. That's Japanese. Okay. It's beautiful still, but that is Japanese. And then this guy, English. I can't believe that sticker price is $650. I am so glad mine came back as a 10. Things that I would be looking for here, honestly, I'm going to be honest, the Greninja is tough. That one's tough. That's a hot card. I think that card is going to continue being a hot card. It comes with the graded guard, 800. It's definitely a high number on that one. If I can wiggle that down, like even 10%, like just down to 700, I think that would be solid. It's about 300 right now raw. And I'm still having trouble selling the one that I already have that's raw. So I don't know. I don't want to be too trigger happy. There's the Machamp PSA 10 over there. That would be a solid pickup too. Definitely some hot stuff in this case, which is good to see. It's good to see that we got some new stuff in. Up here, PSA 10 151 Pikachu. Yeah, somebody just did a submission, brought all these in. Damn, bro. There's some really solid 10s. Like, this is tempting. I might have to pick up the Alakazam. I honestly might have to pick up the Alakazam. I know that that's not a super tough one to get graded, but that's a fire card right there. 200. I like that price point. Damn, the 151 cards are fetching such a premium. It looks like they got a bunch of new sealed product. Yeah, somebody came in. Somebody came in with a lot of stuff recently. It's very evident. Um, Damn, and you have the Costco, you got the Evolving Skies boxes basically over here. You got booster boxes. It's like somebody came in with a big portion of their collection. Battle Styles for 170. Y'all are seeing it here in the shop. Battle Styles for 170. I have so much Battle Styles. It's insane. 170 is actually like, if I could come in here at 70%, I could honestly unload a couple cases probably, because that price point is kind of crazy to me. But it's about time. A Battle Styles has been dragging for way too long. Some celebrations. They got some good sealed stuff, but okay. We're not looking at the sealed stuff. We are looking only at, damn, Lost Origin, 350 a box. Bro, I am printing with the stuff that I am sitting on. All right. Look down here. Anything down here that catches my eye? Not really. A lot of the IRs and stuff like that, I can pick that stuff up for super cheap if I find it locally. So I'm not gonna focus on that. That Raboot is really sick. Let's go over here. Dragonite. Damn, and there's that Spidops. Really like that Spidops, but the bottom's too thin. You can see that Scyther at the bottom of the Spidops. There's the Munkidori for sitting $17. I think that's a really, really good price for an SIR. I think we should see a lot of those Greninja EXs and a lot of the Kingdras hit the market soon. We got this Mew here. The bottom looks too thin. That would be a good card to grade though. Bottom's too thin on the Magikarp. That would have been a good one to try and grade. Okay, guys, it actually looks like I'm going to be in here looking to shop for myself then, because I don't see much that I could grade. I can't grade that Mewtwo. Ton of new packs, a lot of new sealed stuff. I'm going to get down low for you guys. A lot of new sealed stuff. That's really cool. That Sun and Moon blister. They got the Suicune and the Raikou. Yeah, it almost looks like somebody went to a show or something and just bought up a bunch of product. A lot of Sun and Moon stuff. Hidden Fates. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. All right. We're back over to the main display. This is the display that I like the most. And honestly, I feel like I would be smart to grab some of the 10s in here because like that just doesn't pop in there that often. So the Alakazam, that's a big one because that's an SIR. The Pikachu, I have a couple of those in grading, so I think I'm going to hold off on the Pikachu. 170 seems really high too. And it looks like they almost lucked out on that Pikachu because the top looks really thin. The Alakazam is pretty well centered, yeah. So Alakazam, okay, we've got maybe a move on the Alakazam. I really, really like the Gardevoir, but I just set one off that I'm pretty confident is going to 10. I already graded my Machamp, already graded Leafeon. So again, the one that I don't have would be the Greninja. Am I a huge fan of the Greninja? Not really. I'm not really a huge fan of the Greninja just because I don't like the Terra Crowns, but that is a hyped up card. I like that. Might have to grab that. And honestly, if you go over here, your options are Japanese, and I really don't want to get into the Japanese rabbit hole. I'm really not trying to do that. And then this Gengar is sick, but it's a 9, and honestly, at this point in my collecting career, I'd probably want to go for a 10 if I were to get that. Could be a good card to sell. but I might just shop for myself personally on this round. So I'll keep you guys posted on what I end up doing. So we are back. We picked up the Greninja EX. It is stunning. It is a beautiful card. No, I did not pay 800. Came with this little graded guard, which was a nice plus. I did get 10% off. I also paid half cash, so I avoided taxes on that. But the rest did go on card. That definitely hurt selling my other cards and stuff that I was getting rid of and auctioning off. So I'm very happy to turn all of that stuff into a beautiful grail like this. So I'm glad to add this one to the PC. This was a bigger one that I wanted to cross off. Really wish they had Bubble Mew in there, but we'll take the Greninja EX for now. It's going to look super cool next to my Greninja EX toy. Anyways, guys, also, the Leafeon VMAX had white corners. The Alakazam 151 had white corners. Neither of them really looked like good buys. This one looked like probably one of the best cards in there, and I didn't want to go down the Japanese rabbit hole. Otherwise, that stamp box Pikachu, man, that thing looked sick. But anyways, I hope you guys approve of this purchase. I know the Terra Crown is so, but this card is going to age well, I think, regardless. And I like the throwing stars in there and how he looks tough. All right, we got the headset back on here inside. Got our awesome Greninja. Dude, this thing is fire, dude. It goes so well with the BMW, too. Look at that. That looks gas. All right. Now let's go home. Honestly, I am glad that this was a short trip. I'm a little upset that we didn't find anything worth grading. It seems like they don't have anything in there that I can grade right now, which is fine. They're not worried about supplying people cards to grade. But yeah, this is a bummer. Like, everything was not really gradable. Even some of the 10s I was looking at, like I said, like those weren't really 10s either. And one thing I want to caution people on is don't buy a card just because it's a 10. Make sure that it is a true 10. And when I say true 10, I mean ideally no whitening on the corners. But if you have one corner, sure, that's okay. But the Alakazam, I should have taken a video of the Alakazam, because the Alakazam had whitening on not one, not two, but 3 corners the Alakazam had whitening on. And it was a modern cert. So whoever was grading the Alakazam basically gave that dude a freebie. And that does piss me off about PSA. That, like, they declined my Alakazam, which was way cleaner than that one. Probably not as well centered, but still, it was way cleaner than that one. And they ended up giving that Alakazam a 10. Just seemed kind of ridiculous to me, guys. But that's just how it goes. And then, like, I've done so much business with this shop. And then he wanted to be firm on pricing, which is fine. But it's like, dude, I bought so much stuff from you guys. Bought so much stuff. All right, we got to kick it in first. This truck is riding my ass. Hopefully you guys got some good exhaust sound on that. Yeah, this is not that far, but definitely, like, if I'm making the trip out here, I want to make some deals. I want to negotiate a little bit more. I got to say, though, when I looked at the market pricing of the Greninja did not have really any market fluctuations. People, from what I've seen, people really, really like this Greninja. There's, like, literally, there wasn't even a sale around $750, I don't think, on eBay. Now, granted, you're probably talking like $650 at a show, but who knows? The Greninja EX may have picked up at shows too. Some people like to go buy the eBay and TCG sales, even though you're still going to have taxes and fees on top of that. I just feel like there's no point in asking for market in person, right? Because you're only having to pay higher prices because of fees and taxes. So I don't know. I feel like you should be able to get much better deals in person. And in this case, I really did not score, right? Like, usually I score. I bought this card just for the sake of making some content. Ryan, why would you buy a $700 card for the sake of making content? Again, let's not look at this $800 sticker, because I don't believe that this card is honestly worth $800, to be honest with you guys. But I will say, this copy, perfect centering. Damn, they got lucky on this one. They got so lucky on this one. But I gotta say, my copies, and even the copy I have listed on eBay, is just as clean as this copy. So I feel like I should hold on my pricing. And even this copy has like a smudge or something on there. I don't know what that is. I think that's probably on the inside of the slab, but even this tin has like slight imperfection. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. There's like some kind of smudge or scuff right there or something. They still gave it the 10 though, and it's a 9.3 cert, so it was definitely just recently graded. So I don't know, maybe I should not have picked this one up. I looked it over so good in the store, and I literally did not see this scuff at all right there. What I'm thinking is PSA just looked at it and we're like, that's a factory scuff right there. But what I'm gonna do is, I bought this because I really wanted this card and I wasn't sure if mine were gonna 10. What I'm probably gonna end up doing is, if mine get a 10, this will be the one that I sell, because I would rather keep one that I graded myself anyways. But definitely worried about that scuff right there, and I'm praying to God if I take this out of this Ultra Pro sleeve that it won't have that scuff there, or if it does, I can wipe off the scuff. Nope, that is definitely on there. I do think that it's on the inside of the slab though. I don't think that it's the card itself. All right, dude, what are you doing? Oh my God. All right. So that's a bummer. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. That is a freaking bummer. That's got to be on the inside. Yeah, that's on the inside. That's on the inside of the slab. Okay, that's not on the card. That's on the inside of the slab. I couldn't tell at first, but okay. Yeah, it's still beautiful. It's still a great pickup. I was getting a little freaked out there. I couldn't tell if that was on the slab or on the inside. All right, and I'm super picky. It doesn't help that I'm extremely picky with this stuff, but a 10 is a 10, right? As they say, a 10 is a 10. The main thing that I was looking at was the corners, and the corners look immaculate. So, yeah, there it is, a Greninja EX. Now, just going to focus on getting us home. All right, we are coming up on the exit. I love this exit. It's a lot of fun. A lot of wind. I'm not sure how the audio is gonna come out. There is a ton of wind. Really wanted to go to the gym today. Might have to go to the gym. Might have to take a brief break here to go to the gym. It's gonna screw up my whole posting schedule, but I should go. It's a good day to go to the gym. All right. So we've just left the gym. I've been extremely productive today. Got up early, got stuff shipped out. Went to the gym. We went to the gym. Picked up this awesome Greninja EX, even though I'm already becoming judgmental on it because I see a white dot on the top edge. And like, okay, that could have easily happened just from being in the pack, but I've gotten really judgmental of even the cleanest cards. Even PSA 10 cards I've gotten judgmental on. All right, dude. Does that seem like a good idea to you? You can just let me get past the freaking fire truck? Oh, okay. Anyways, I've gotten super judgmental, and I think that this will be a good video to follow up on the CGC talking video, which I intend on making. If I don't make it, then oh well. But I intend on this following that video, just to kind of be like, yo, all grading companies have issues. Like, I'm not saying that CGC is going to be screwed or that they're going to crash and burn, but what's going on right now with CGC is a big deal, and people that are still grading with CGC either just, they don't care because, hey, you know, they have nothing to do with the playtest cards. Like, they're grading mostly stuff that's mass produced, and so they don't see a reason to change that habit, right? Like, the grading is cheaper. The pristine labels are cool, and it's unavoidable right now. You know, you're seeing it everywhere with slabs. CGC slabs are down. I think people are trying to get rid of their CGC stuff, and I think everybody trying to get rid of it at once is going to be an even bigger issue. Like, I don't feel like PSA is better than BGS or CGC. It's just most of my collection is PSA. That's who I'm grading with primarily, so that's how I'm sticking with. But everybody has their choices on like who they like the most, and more power to you. BGS, I like BGS. I feel like they've stayed out of a lot of drama. CGC might even benefit from all this bad press in some weird way. They might benefit. Bad press is still good press, right? I think CGC, just the amount of people talking about it, keeps CGC relevant. And in some ways, people are still going to say, well, I don't care that they did that because their grading price is cheaper and they haven't jacked up the price like PSA has. But PSA also jacked up the price because PSA has an insane amount of demand right now. Everybody is wanting to grade with PSA over CGC and BGS. And I think there's a place, and other creators have also said the same thing, and I'm going to agree with them, that there is a place for every grading company, right? There's cards that you definitely want to send to CGC, like error cards. That's one thing that I like about CGC is that they grade error cards, and they actually grade them for what they are. Like PSA wouldn't grade my Wartortle. I had a top deck gold stamped W Wizards Wartortle, and it was a double stamp error. Like, you never see those. It's very rare, but PSA just chucked the title that I sent in for the grading. They just chucked the title out of the way, and they just said, oh, well, we're going to grade this as just a regular card. It's like, no, it's not just a top deck Wartortle. It's an extremely rare top deck Wartortle. All right, I've got to get over. I can't deal with this anymore. God, people in Charlotte. Good Lord. Anyways, I'm frustrated that PSA doesn't do a better job of specifying when a card is an error or not. And my second submission had a Latias in it with a red dot error. That card is just, the error is plain as day, that it's a factory red dot in the middle of the card. That card should be an error card. It should be noted as a factory error card. And they better give it a 10 because that card was stupid clean. So, I don't know. Maybe another theory I have for like weaker 10s, let's say, is that like PSA, they get somebody grading it, they pick the card up, they're moving it around, they end up like slightly causing some wear on the card. But before they did that, the card was flawless. So they're like, I'm still giving it a 10, even though I slightly dinged it. That's where I think we get a lot of these weaker 10s, weak 10s. That's where I think we get a lot of those from, is from PSA grading and then kind of fumbling the card in some way, shape, or form. Even if they drop it while it's in a card saver, or while it's in a sleeve, it could still move around, scuff, cause some kind of damage, cause very minimal edge wear. It's really easy to damage cards. The card quality. This is why you have so much love for Japanese, because the card quality is just so much better. And I wish we could get that for English. But anyways, guys, we are on our way home. I'll see you guys another time. I hope you guys liked the POV. I hope you liked the little ride around. I think I did well on the Greninja. I think I did okay. I could have done better, but it's been a while since I splurged on like a modern card. This is like the first modern card that I've splurged on in such a long time. I'm always buying raw for modern, and now just grading. And I literally have 2 Greninjas that are raw, and I think I'm going to grade both of them, because the fact that this got a 10, I really feel like mine could get 10s too. So I might just take the one that I have on eBay off eBay and send that one in for grading. Anyways, peace, guys.